Stop. My dear students, it gives me a pleasure to stand before you for making presentation on promotion of the company. As you know that company is an artificial association of the person. It is created by law. That is why while establishing the company, promoters, they are supposed to follow certain stages. Among them, first stage is promotion. The promotion is the first stage in the formation of the company. As opened by Gestenberg, the discovery of business opportunities and the subsequent organization of funds, property, and managerial ability into a business concern for the purpose of making profits therefrom. If you observe this definition, it clearly states that it is conceiving promotion is nothing but it is a process of conceiving an idea to establish the business entity for making the profit and making arrangement for the funds, property, managerial ability, which can be used for the purpose of attaining the objectives of the business. According to Gutman and Daugal, promotion starts with the conception of the idea from which the business is to evolve and continues down to the point at which the business is fully ready to begin operations in a going concern. So, in this way, it is a way through which usually company Musaka. See, from the above definition, it is clear that promotion begins when someone discovers an idea of carrying on a business which can be profitably undertaken under company form of business organization. Promotion involves the following steps. A. Discovery of a business opportunity or proposition or an idea. B. Detailed investigation of the profitability and the practicability of the business proposition. C. Assembling the various requirements of the business proposition, that is men, money, material, machinery, and management. D. Financing the business proposition or preparation of a financial play or plan. So any person who assumes primary responsibility of these matters, they are called promoter. The promoter will have to perform the preliminary work and with the help of the secretary and the solicitor, they would have the following documents ready in hand for getting incorporation certificate. Among them, first and foremost important document is a memorandum of association, which laid down the constitution of the company. It is the fundamental document. It is the main constitution of the company. It is the birth-giving document in which all the objectives, its domicile clause, its name, the liability of the members, that one is usually stated. That is why it is the most important document in the formation of the company that should be prepared by the promoters with the help of solicitors and company secretary. B. Articles of association. See, in case of memorandum of association, it usually deals with the outside world. Company as an artificial association of person, it is having a perpetual succession. It can be showed and it is to be showed by others. It usually provides opportunity to the general public if any wrong thing is happened with them by the act of or activities of company, they can be sued against the company. Articles of association, it usually sets rules and bylaws regarding the internal management of the company. See, prospectus, in case of public company, for making the public issue of shares, usually it invites the general public for subscription in shares or debentures of the company. That document is supposed to be prepared by getting the assistance from the solicitors and secretary. And fourth important document is preliminary contracts. Such contracts of purchase of property and assets. They are supposed to be entered into by company with the vendors or other parties who are ready to supply the properties and assets to the company for establishing such a business concern. The underwriting contract to ensure a minimum subscription amount which can be raised by issue of the prospectus, without which a company cannot approach the general public for raising the capital. That is why it has to prepare underwriting contract in which there is an agreement between the underwriters and company. They are enabled to or eligible to get underwriting commission. That should be stated in the document. Second stage is incorporation stage. Incorporation or registration of a company is the second stage in the formation of the company. After preparing above said documents and by paying the required amount of registration fees and submitting the application with the register of the company, after observing all the documents and going through all the aspects, if company registrar satisfied, then he is going to be issuing the registration certificate or incorporation certificate. It is effected by registering the company with the registrar of the state in which the company is located. The promoters are supposed to follow certain steps for incorporation of the public limited company. A. Obtaining the approval of the registrar to the proposed name of the company. First one is application for the approval of the registrar to the proposed name of the company. The promoter can choose any name they like for their proposed company, but the proposed name should not be identical with or similar to the name of an existing company. Further, the proposed name should neither imply a patronage of the government nor it should be misleading or undesirable or intended to deceive with reference to its objects. Second one is application for an industrial license. If the business of the company requires an industrial license under any act, then promoters have to take and make an application to the central government for granting of an industrial license. Third is approval of chief controller of imports and exports. This is necessary where the plant and machinery are to be imported for the company for its establishment purpose. Fourth one is approval of Exchange Control Department of the Reserve Bank of India. This is necessary if the company intends to issue shares to non-resident Indians or where it intends to open an account outside India. It is essential. B. Preparatory arrangements. The promoters have to encourage underwriters, brokers, bankers, solicitors, auditors, and signatories to the Memorandum of Association who are required in the formation and working of the company. C. Filing an application with the registrar of the company along with the following documents and statements for registration of the company. First one is Memorandum of Association. As said earlier, it is the charter or the constitution of the company, and without which a company cannot be registered. It contains the name of the company in the name clause, aims and objectives in the objective clause, address of the registered office of the company in the domicile clause, capital structure in the capital clause, and liability clause and association clause. It should be properly stamped and signed by at least 2 persons in case of private company and 7 persons in the case of public company, and attested by the signatories signature of witness. The subscribers to the memorandum are called original member of the company. Second document is Articles of Association. This document contains rules and regulations regarding the internal working of the company. It usually relates with the inter se, that is, internal management of the company. It should also be properly stamped and duly signed by the signatories of the Memorandum of Association and also attested by the signatories of a witness. A public limited company by shares may adopt Table A, which is the model set of articles given in the Act, but all other companies must prepare their own articles of association and file the same with the register of the company for getting the registration certificate. Third one is preliminary arrangements. If the company proposes to enter into any agreements with any individual or for the appointment as a company's managing director or full-time director or manager, the same must be filed with the registrar at the time of registration of the company. Fourth one is notice of address of the registered office. This form is usually filed along with the above documents, but this may be filed within 30 days of registration also if the same cannot be filed at the time of registration. Fifth one is the list of directors, a list of persons who have consented to act as a director of the company by giving their written consent. That should be considered, and the list should be made. That same list is supposed to be made available to the registrar. Sixth one is written consent of the directors. A separate written consent duly signed by each director, proposed director of the company, is supposed to be also sent along with the other documents. Seventh one is undertaking to purchase and pay for the qualification shares. In order to become the director of the company, while giving the written consent, they are supposed to give their consent in the form of they are ready to purchase the required number of shares to become a member of the or director of the company, and that share is called qualification shares. Usually the face value of the director qualification share is higher. Statutory declaration. A statutory declaration stating that all the requirements of the Companies Act and other formalities relating to the registration have been complied with should be filed with the registrar. D. Payment of stamp duty. Along with the application for registration and the above documents, the promoter must pay the required stamp duty, filing fees and registration fees to the register of the companies. E. Obtaining the certificate of incorporation. If the registrar satisfies that all the documents requirements have been complied with, he will register the company and enter its name in the register of the companies, and he is usually issued the incorporation certificate. F is issue of certificate of incorporation. On registration, the registrar issued a certificate of incorporation whereby he certifies that the company is incorporated, that is registered, and in case of a limited company, that the company is limited. It contains the name of the company, the date of issue such a certificate and the signature of the registrar with his seal. From the date of issue of certificate of incorporation, the company usually comes into existence. The private company, it can start its business as and when it get incorporation certificate from the registrar. But in case of the public limited company, it has to go through other two stages in the formation of the company. Third stage is capital subscription stage. A private company and a public company not having share capital can commence business immediately on its incorporation. As such, capital subscription stage and commencement of business stage are relevant only in the case of public company having share capital. Such a company has to undergo these additional two stages before it commences the business. The promoter will convene the first meeting of the directors immediately after incorporation to deal with the following business. First one is appointment of chairman, bankers, auditors, secretary, solicitor, brokers, etc. Second one is adoption of preliminary contracts. Third one is adoption of underwriting contracts. Fourth one is adoption of draft prospectus. The company may apply to the stock exchange to secure listing and quotation for its shares. Only those companies whose shares have been duly listed are allowed to quote their shares on the trading ring of the stock exchange. Before filing an issue of prospectus, if necessary, the company secretary will have to secure the formal consent of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI. A copy of the prospectus, which will be filed with the registrar, will duly signed by all the directors, and it must also be properly dated. No prospectus can be issued to the public without filing a copy of the same with the registrar. That means a copy of prospectus is supposed to be filed with the registrar before issued to the general public. The prospectus will then be issued on the advertised date and time through the company's bankers and brokers. The investors are requested to forward their application form along with the application money to the company's bankers mentioned in the prospectus. The board of directors, after receiving the applications, will have to consider the allotment of shares. If the subscribed capital is at least equal to the minimum subscription, that is 90% of the capital issue amount as per prospectus, the board will pass a formal resolution of allotment and the secretary will be authorized to post the allotment letter to those who are allotted the shares and letter of regret to those applicants who are not given any allotment of shares. A return on form number 2 as to allotment will be filed with the registrar within 1 month of such allotment. The register of member will be prepared giving the particulars of the members, and then the share certificates will be prepared, duly signed by at least 2 directors, duly sealed, and then they will be issued to the shareholders. If the subscribed capital is less than the minimum subscription, or the company could not obtain the minimum subscription, including the development of underwriters, within 60 days from the date of closure of the issue, all the money will be refunded and no allotment can be done. Fourth one is commencement of business stage. This is the last stage for the formation of the public limited company. The company has to file with the registrar the following documents and statements in order to obtain the certificate of commencement of business. The declaration by the company that the shares payable in cash have been allotted up to the minimum subscription amount mentioned in the prospectus has been subscribed. The declaration by the company that the directors have purchased their qualification shares and have paid for them. The declaration that the company is undertook liability to pay the money on any shares or debentures because of failure to apply or obtain permission from a stock exchange listing of shares or debentures on the stock exchange. The declaration that all the legal requirements precedent to the commencement of business have been complied with. Appointment of chairman, banker, auditor, secretary, solicitor, broker, etc. is supposed to be followed. Adoption of the preliminary contracts. Further, adoption of the underwriting contract and adoption of the sub prospectus. The company may apply to the stock exchange to secure listing and quotation for its shares. Only those companies whose shares have been duly listed are allowed to quote their shares on the trading ring of the stock exchange before filing the issue of prospectus if necessary. It has to approach the that's all about the formation of public limited company. Thank you one and all being with us. Stop.
End ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡು. End meeting ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. End all meeting. First one.